Hey, so I had a consultation group this morning, and this is day 10. Is it? Yeah, this is day 10 of 14. Of course, it's taking me like 16 days to do this. But I had a consultation group this morning, and because of the amount of people that we have, they moved some of my waiting room chairs into the second office that I'm actually in the process of trying to rent out right now. And when they did that, I was like, oh my God, look, I have my own like yoga space just right here in my office where I'm not, battling with a bed next to me, and I can do whole body movements. That feels really exciting. So that's what I'm doing. That carpet is so soft. This is actually interesting, you guys, to watch myself do it, even though it's in fast motion, because I'm noticing alignment. Like, now that I've figured out a couple outfits that work for the whole um, deflated baby belly not sticking out, so I don't have to kind of like be obsessed with thinking about that, which I realize is ridiculous, but it's the reality of being me right now. I can like look at the alignment. Like, am I aligning my solar plane? Am I aligning my palatal plane? And one of the things when I did yoga teacher training with the incredible, amazing Shakti Redding of Inner Power Yoga and Gretchen Frucci and um, Justine, I think I know Justine's last name. Anyway, I had brilliant Ingrid, brilliant teachers for my yoga teacher training. And I don't teach, but I would absolutely do that again to deepen the practice. But at any rate, um, one of the things that Gretchen actually found really early on, like the first time I met her, was that I tend to let my ribs, my upper, yeah, like float out when I'm trying to stand up straight. I like stick my chest out, even though I'm not trying to. I feel like that is what I feel in my body is that my spine is straight. And what is actually happening is I'm rounding it because I automatically have already a little round, a little dip in the lower of my back. Which, by the way, my dance teachers back when I was a little kiddo, um, hated. Sometimes I would even get smacked because they're like, "Stop rounding your back." I'm like, "I can't help it." Anyway, dance teachers suck. So, um, yeah. So what Gretchen informed me, was able to draw my attention to, was that I stick out in an effort to get a straight spine. I stick out my rib cage, and so it actually looks like I'm like like really efforting. So it's super helpful to watch myself on camera when I'm not distracted by body stuff, to see where I'm still doing that, because I have not been paying attention to aligning my solar plane beyond the abdomen, um, trying to get that core strength back, but from the bibis. But yeah, it's super helpful to be able to watch the alignment. Like, look at the round in my upper back. I have a little bit of a round in my upper back, which makes sense because I hold a lot of tension there. And unless I'm doing yoga or dance back when I was young, every day I am not at all flexible. There are certain things that are flexible in me, but even if I skip like a week. The like standing forward bend is, or sitting forward bend, anything forward bend is hard. It's really hard for me. I'm just a tight, tight lady. Lady. My balance is getting a little better, guys, since I started this 14-day challenge on the mat, which is great because for those of you who have had babies, once you do that, once you have babies, the balance is just so, your body's, it's like a different body. Which for somebody with dysphoria, um, having a different body every time I have a baby isn't necessarily an awful thing, but it does take some getting used to, especially for the balance. Ooh, look at that. My other video is ready. That that intertwining the fingers and doing that stretch that I just did right before this Vadisasana. Vadisasana? Am I saying that right? Used to be so simple for me. I think I had like double joints in my shoulders and elbows and wrists. And now, I think I talked a little bit about this the other day. My wrists and all like right here, it feels like it's taut and pulling. I've never had that before. It almost feels like my joints are getting arthritic, which is scary because I don't want that to happen. I'm still pretty young, but hopefully yogaing will help that. Do you ever, sometimes what it feels like to be in your body is totally different. Look at me, I'm like, oh, I'm sweaty. What it's like to be in your body is totally different than what it looks like. I've made a lot of peace with being in my body through actual yoga practice. I've been practicing since I was 18 on and off, and I'm 38, so that's 20 years. Holy um obviously breaks because like I said, I don't generally do yoga when I'm pregnant, and I've been pregnant a lot. um can't remember what I was saying. Oops. I'm sweating so much right now. I was like, I wonder if they're going to be able to see my sweat on the video. That's another thing when I go to studio yoga, unless I'm really comfortable with everybody there, even actually if I'm really comfortable with everybody there, I sweat so much, you guys. I have always been that way. It was a huge source of anxiety for me when I was in grade school gym and stuff like that. I'm just a sweater. And what happens in studio yoga sometimes is that I'll be like in downward dog or I'll be like in forward fold, and I literally will feel the sweat come off my face and see it bloop, in a big puddle on the floor. And that's freaking embarrassing, you guys. I'm sure nobody notices. And honestly, I don't fucking care. I'm at the point right now where I'm too old to care about that kind of stuff, too authentic to care. But I'd just rather not even have to think about it. Really, really, really. I like doing the side roll instead of rolling up like that, but it generally, but I've liked this. It has been like a little massage, and I never understood that until now. Didn't used to feel like that. Yay. Roll, roll, roll. Bye-bye.